In 2015, nearly every country in the world, around 195 back then, got into an agreement globally in the world body, which basically was termed or coined as the Paris Agreement. The ideal principle of the Paris Agreement was that globally, every country would put enough efforts to kind of limit the overall global warming from reaching 2 degrees Celsius, ideally at 1.5 degrees Celsius, before it becomes too difficult for the human population or probably any living population to kind of survive or thrive in that environment. And we are in 2025, 10 years down the line, and believe it or not, we are far behind from where this agreement kind of built around the whole principle. And often at times, we have reached a situation where we kind of choose between the things that we like to do or probably things that we want to do. And often the choices that we take at a larger scale, at a societal level, kind of uh, takes you away from the overall goals that the government or the policies have been shaped around with. And that kind of builds on in terms of leading to a stage where it does not really align with the global causes or the global principles. Think of it more like walking on the thin ice. It's either that you make it safely to the shore and you can actually see how much risk you took, or probably you just plunge into the water. And the depth that you fall into is a cold graveyard. There is no return from that. The IPCC at this moment kind of projects that the global temperatures would reach around 3.2 degrees Celsius by 2100 year. But again, the question comes down to you and I, who are already in our 30s, or probably the generation which are in the millennial generations who have seen the 1980s and 1990s when these issues were brought into picture, were not given attention to, were not given much attention towards taking an action, or even if the action has been taken, not much has been improved, or probably the improvements have been very minimal in the overall picture. It is my genuine belief that the only way we will be able to avoid the worst consequences from this emerging or probably already emerged existential crisis is if we create a very critical mass of people who kind of talk about this and bring things to light and kind of spread the awareness, because the general public today still lacks a lot of basic knowledge and understanding around the dire situation that we are in. And my wish is basically to bring that efforts to a change and speak about a change narrative that can basically help you in shaping a sustainable future.